Lawrence Dallaglio is one of English rugby's greatest names of recent times. A World Cup winner, British Lion and inspirational leader of Wasps, just some of the glittering achievements on his CV. But perhaps not so well known is the fact that he's just one of two men, Matt Dawson being the other, to have won Rugby World Cups in both 15s and 7s.
And I was lucky enough to play in the first Rugby World Cup 7s in Murrayfield, way back in the Stone Ages with the dinosaurs, '93, and we were lucky enough to win it. And 7s really has moved forward so much since then. It's virtually a different game these days.
His preparation for that tournament was mainly undertaken in the local pub, according to the great man. So we decided to send him on a mission to find out how the current England 7s team prepare. Plenty of liquid still involved, though not quite the same brew as 17 years ago.
I'm down here at Teddington, the Lensbury Club, the boat club, and I've been lucky enough and privileged enough to join the England 7s team in their preparations for the Commonwealth Games in 4 or 5 weeks' time. Obviously, I haven't been playing any rugby because that would be dangerous for me these days, but I've been enjoying a few games on the river, sprinting in the kayaks and doing a bit of kayak rugby. So a lot of fun, a bit of a break for the guys from training, and you know, they're in high spirits. They're looking like the preparation's going really well for what promises to be a fantastic trip for them.
Two men at the forefront of the modern 7s game are Ben Gollings, the all-time leading point scorer in the IRB 7 series, and England's head coach Ben Ryan. Lawrence dragged them out of the water just long enough to find out how their preparations are going for the games next month.
We're about 5 weeks away now from Delhi. I know you guys have been in camp. Just give us a little insight into how the camp's gone.
Yeah, it's gone well. You know, we've had about 7 or 8 camps now based in Teddington or Bisham Abbey, which has been good because we're, you know, a lot of the elite athletes are there as well in Bisham. Probably tapering now our fitness levels. We've flogged them the first sort of 2 months, so they've had some hard work, and now it's more the technical bits and the power and the speed and all the bolt-on stuff that you need to get ready for what's 4 weeks away now.
Yeah, and I suppose the fact that the Commonwealth Games is in Delhi, you know, I mean, I know that there's a World 7 series, but India's not one that we normally take in, is it? So what are the challenges of playing in Delhi, and what sort of things have you put in place to try and overcome those challenges?
We're doing heat chamber work, so, you know, get the lads used to the heat and the humidity, so that'll be ticked off in the next couple of weeks. And then it's really getting them over there and staying fit and healthy and making sure you don't catch any bugs. And you know, we got a few things like, you know, using the stuff for your hands to make sure that you're not getting ill, appropriate stuff to eat, and all that sort of things, and immune packs and things like that. You know, so that'll be the worst thing that we'll have to face probably when we get out.
Yeah, just keeping guys fit to get on the field. And Ben, obviously, you're the sort of I won't say veteran because that's not fair, because you're still you know, an outstanding player in your own right, but you're sort of leading the younger guys into this. You've played in the Commonwealth Games before. How does that differ from your ordinary 7s, you know, series?
Well, I think just in terms of going into a Commonwealth camp, a village, and being with all the other athletes is something you get to do in a rugby sense, week in, week out. So it's going to be a huge change for the boys in that respect. And there's a lot of distractions with that, wanting to talk to them and things going on in the village, but other than that, really, it's the same event. It's a 2-weekend event like an RB 7s, and I think if we try and treat it like that when it comes to event time, you know, I think the boys will be ready for it. Just got to try and get away from all the distractions.
And some of the younger players here might be able to experience the world's most famous sporting village at the Olympics, when rugby makes its long-awaited reappearance in Rio de Janeiro in 2016.
I think that as an entertainment sport, you know, and as a spectator sport, it's just fabulous. Doesn't take much to understand how it works. You know, it's end to end. It's high octane. It's exciting, and it was inevitable, really, that it was going to, you know, be involved in the not only the Commonwealth Games, but the next step being the Olympic Games in Rio. Shame it's not in London, I have to say. You know, Twickenham being the home of rugby, I think London would have been a more appropriate place to launch 7s, but Rio, you know, we're not going to complain, that's for sure.